The king ends up saying this is utterly impossible. The words of the king in quotes. So my theories for this episode is basically, right. The king is getting destroyed in this board game. He can't beat the little girl at all. Throughout this whole game, he's been, there's been examples in this show where he would do a certain move and then the girl would place one chip down, and he finds out that his whole plan got effed up. She's beyond like his level, because at the start of the game when he was first playing her, he's like, she's not showing him her real potential, her real power. Like, she was playing around, she was playing amateur games with him when they first started playing. Then he got better and she was like, oh, you're getting better, I need to step my game up. So she's just completely destroying him throughout this whole episode. And then we see Chitu, and I forgot the other guy's name, but the guy that blows the smoke, him and Chitu was in combat. Chitu ends up bringing him to a different place where they're gonna play tag. We find out that it's the diameter of like a baseball field or something like that, and Chitu is basically gonna have to play tag with Chitu, and if he touches Chitu then he wins. But he asked Chitu, what happens if I don't touch you, and Chitu couldn't answer that question. So then we also found out that I guess the place that they're in is inside that girl that what's her name? I forgot her name, but it's not her belly, because they show her belly. Are they inside her belly? I think she is. Leave a comment if she is. If you read the manga, don't tell me. But yeah, so Chitu and that dude that with the big pipe, he's they're in like a different place. So now basically the king is getting destroyed. He doesn't know what to do. He's like, it's utterly impossible at the end, because he's just like the whole day. Well, he was gonna cancel the match, but the guy that he was supposed to play hung himself. I think it's the guy that he gave the 8 hours to go to sleep. He hung himself, so he killed himself. He didn't want to play anymore. That's the power. That's the fear that the guy had, that the king has. The power that the king has, and the fear that the guy had. He hung himself instead of just playing the game with the king. So the little girl ends up playing more games, and the king keeps losing. And the king finally realizes that he would never beat her. So when they said it's gonna change the king's life, this is what they meant. The king wants to be the king. He wants to be perfect. He wants to be the best in the land. If he can't beat this little girl, he's gonna know he's not the best, and it's gonna mess with him, psychologically. It's gonna mess with him. He's not gonna he's probably not gonna carry himself the same way he did before. When he thought he was badass and he was just walking around like he was Cell and killing people. He's not gonna keep that same composure. He's gonna have something different about him. When she first sat down, he said something. This aura about her is different. Because she told him when she first sat down, she told him that he's gonna have to say his moves to her because she couldn't see. So I think he's gonna completely change. I don't think he's gonna do 180. I don't think he's gonna completely flip and be a good guy now. But I think something about him is gonna change in the later on episodes, and because this girl is just beating him in every game, like he can't beat her, and he knows it's true. So now he's on the other side of the table. So we're gonna see how this plays out with the king and the little girl. And she said she could play for 3 days straight. 3 days straight. And there was this one funny part where she passed out because he told her to be quiet or else he's gonna kill her, and she completely like stopped breathing and stuff, and she like passed out. It wasn't funny, but it was. So yeah, she said she could play for 3 days straight, and she's having so much fun. Like every time she would win the match, and he would be like, all right, let's start over. She'll start laughing and said, all right, let's go. Like she's having fun, and he's just in misery because he can't beat her. So that was basically this episode, man. I don't read the manga. I don't know what's gonna happen next. I can't ruin it. I'm just giving you opinions of what's gonna happen in the next episode. The king is probably gonna flip, and he's not gonna kill. I don't think he's gonna kill her, but he's gonna flip because he's not gonna be the best in the land anymore. So please leave comments down below. Please subscribe. Please subscribe for more videos. Please leave comments on manga that's not being read, or manga or anime that you will want to be reviewed. I'll take a look at them, and I'll review it if I like them, But even if I don't like them, I'll put a video out saying I don't like it, this is why, blah blah blah. So please leave comments down below and stuff, guys. Please subscribe. This is Edman. I'm out.